This story is fictional. It was created for inspirational and faith-building purposes. Any resemblance to real persons or events is purely coincidental. Michael Carter had prayed the same prayer for 7 years, not once, not occasionally, every night, sometimes whispered, sometimes spoken aloud, sometimes cried through tears. Lord, please change my situation. That was all. No fancy words, no long explanations. Just desperation wrapped in faith. Michael believed God heard prayers. He had grown up believing it. He had seen others testify. He had watched lives transform. Yet his own life felt like it was stuck on pause. Same small apartment, same exhausting job, same financial pressure. Every month ended the same way, calculating bills, postponing dreams. Still, he prayed, because praying felt like the only thing he could still control. Michael was not lazy. He woke early, worked hard, served faithfully at church. People described him as dependable. If the church needed help, Michael was there. If someone needed encouragement, Michael listened. But no one knew how tired he felt inside, watching others move forward while he stayed behind. Marriage plans delayed, business dreams postponed, life waiting. He often wondered quietly, God, am I doing something wrong? But every time he asked, heaven stayed silent. Sunday services became difficult, not because Michael lacked faith, but because faith began to hurt. Testimony after testimony filled the church. God opened a door. God surprised me. God answered me suddenly. People clapped. Michael clapped too, but his smile felt heavy. Each testimony reminded him of his unanswered prayer. On one particular Sunday, a young man testified about a promotion. Michael felt something break inside. That night, he sat on his bed and spoke angrily, God, am I invisible to you? No thunder, no rebuke, just silence. That night, Michael did something he had never done before. He didn't pray. He lay on his bed staring at the ceiling. His Bible sat untouched. Maybe prayer doesn't work, he whispered. It scared him to think it, but it felt honest. Sleep came late, and when it came, it brought a dream. Michael saw a large hall, bright, orderly. People stood in a long line holding papers. At the front was a table, and behind it stood a man dressed in white. One by one, people stepped forward. Each time someone approached, the man handed them a box. Big boxes, small boxes. Everyone smiled. Finally, Michael reached the front. He stretched out his hands, but the man did not give him a box. Instead, he looked at Michael and said calmly, This one is not ready. Michael panicked. Ready for what? He asked. I've been waiting longer than them. The man replied, You asked for answers, but you never asked for preparation. Michael woke up breathing hard. The dream followed him all day, at work, at home, everywhere. That evening, Michael opened his Bible randomly. His eyes landed on Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarry, wait for it. Michael closed the Bible slowly. For the first time, he considered a new possibility. What if God was not ignoring him? What if God was delaying for a reason? That night, Michael prayed differently, not desperately, not angrily, honestly. Lord, instead of changing my situation, change me. The words surprised him. For weeks after that, his prayers changed. He asked God questions he had never asked before. What do you want me to learn? What am I missing? What are you preparing me for? There were still no miracles, but something shifted. Michael became intentional. He began waking earlier, not to complain, but to grow. He read books, learned new skills, saved small amounts of money. He became disciplined emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Life outside didn't change yet, but Michael inside was changing fast, and God was silent, but not absent. Months later, Michael lost his job. Fear returned, but this time panic didn't control him. Instead of saying, "God, why?" he said, "God, teach me." That season tested everything he had learned: patience, trust, humility. And for the first time, Michael passed. One afternoon, his phone rang. A former colleague recommended him for a role: better pay, greater responsibility. During the interview, the manager said, "We're looking for someone mature, someone patient, someone prepared." Michael smiled. He got the job, not suddenly, but perfectly timed. That night, Michael knelt again. Same room, same floor, but a new heart. "Thank you, Lord, for not answering when I wasn't ready." Tears flowed, not tears of pain, tears of understanding. God does not ignore prayers. He prepares people. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage. Psalm 27:14.